Well, it is Wellness Wednesday, and Dr. Binks from Texas Tech's Nutrition and Metabolic Health Initiative is here today. And, you know, this is the perfect time for us to start talking about resolution. So, Dr. Binks, thank you so much for being here.
Nice to be here.
We're about, less than a few weeks away from the new year, from 2020, which is hard to believe sometimes. But this is also the time of year of celebrating and just enjoying the holidays and kind of having a break from all of the, you know, day-to-day health diets and things like that, right? I mean, at least for me, I feel like this is my time of celebrating. How do we prepare ourselves to go forward into the new year with kind of making that plan, figuring out what our plan should be in terms of our eating and consumption and activity levels?
Well, one thing I always like to point out, a lot of people say don't make a New Year's resolution because they always fail. And really it's not the case. I'm always saying use every motivator you can. So it's about how you plan your New Year's resolutions. It's a great time to think of renewal and starting fresh, so it really naturally fits. But you have to have a very specific plan in place, perhaps written down with very realistic goals. Just because it's New Year's doesn't mean that it's going to be any easier.
That's very true. And especially too, I mean, you've got things going around the new year as well. So if you're getting on track ahead of time, then you can carry it through a little bit easier typically.
True. And I think the mistake that a lot of people make is picking the 1st of January because we pretty much break them at 12:01. So you know, giving yourself that 1 week ease in period, and we'll talk a little bit about that next week. But I think when you look at your plan, it's important to set up a primary goal based on your normal life, right? How your life runs on a normal basis, and then set up a backup goal for when life hands you surprises. And we really, at NMHI, we really work on that with our patients to make sure that that plan's okay with them, and it's one if boss drops a big job on your desk and you have to really not do everything you'd like to do, you default to the backup plan and you're still achieving your goals.
I like that you always give us alternatives, you know? I mean, things do happen in life and you can't really control all of them. Most of us can't control any of them. But when we're trying to navigate that and trying to manage those situations, what should be our go-to? Is it writing things down? Is it keeping ourselves mindful of those goals, or having an accountability partner? What are some of those things that we can do to help keep us on that track?
Lots of different ways for different people. Some people do very well writing down, and I think most do, especially recording things as you do them, whether you're trying to manage food or physical activity, things like that. But also it's very important to be flexible and understand there's no one right way to be healthy. Occasional misses don't throw the whole thing off. And always think I spend more time talking about how to get back on track after. You know, if you rebound quickly from a slip, it doesn't do any damage. Good
points. Always good information. Thank you so much for being here and sharing that with us. And again, if you'd like to reach out to Dr. Martin Binks, you can always do that at nmhi.ttu.edu. Dr. Binks, thanks again for being here.
Always a pleasure.
And up next, we'll hear about the Ranch and Heritage Center's candlelight at the ranch. Stay with us.